On to my one revenge. You might be surprised to hear that I posted it way later than when I said I intended to work on it. That's due to a series of inconveniences, starting with my wrist hurting again. I let myself rest for the remainder of the week, then tried to bust out a drawing on Monday, but I couldn't. That's because I hadn't yet fully learned my lesson from last year. I was more focused on the end product, on making something that looked different without actually exploring new or different methods to get me there. Everything I did felt completely aimless. I got as far as the flat colors and realized no amount of polish was going to pretty up my turd, so I decided to stop for the day and spend the rest of the week working on other things, like my Ko-fi tier chibis. Besides being frustrated with the drawing, I was also frustrated with myself. Had I not evolved at all since last year? Why was I still having the same issues? I thought to myself that I shouldn't be having such a hard time because I wasn't doing anything particularly difficult, which was when I realized that was exactly the issue. When I tried again, I went in with clearer priorities. I started off by drawing the character as I would normally, doing both a full body and a face. Then I went on to see how I might be able to stylize their proportions a little more intentionally, like trying to give her an overall more triangular shape by making her flared pants really wide at the bottom while keeping the upper half relatively narrow. To keep her from feeling too bottom heavy, I decided to draw her hair with a little more volume so she still looked balanced overall. I then went on to pick a really simple but dynamic pose so I could focus on the proportions without her looking like a stiff NPC. While the end result doesn't stray drastically from my usual art style, the process was completely different. I had so much fun getting to really pay attention to the character and trying to find ways to push things a little without straying too far from her original vibe. Speaking of the character, this is Mary June. I picked her because I found her really cute. I wanted to include some sort of reference to her interest in marine biology, so I drew little lemon sharks framing her.